You're so cute, you say, still holding Senjiro. Senjiro chuckled, clearly enjoying your affection, as he sat on the Egawa, nestling between you and his brother. The sound of his laughter was like music to your ears, a melody that resoned deep within your heart. His eyes sparkled with nymphs, reflecting the pure happiness that radiant from him. Am I cute too, my love? Kojo asked, giving you puppy dog eyes. His expression was so endearing that you couldn't help but smile at him. His innocent question tugged at your heartstrings, making you realize just how much you loved this man. However, you only stared at him blankly before returning your attention back to the mini Rengoku. Yes, Kojo is cute. Actually, cute isn't the right word to describe him at this moment. He's more in the hot category. Senjo's a child, so he's the cute one as you continue to hug him. It would have seemed you've stolen my sweet flame's heart, Otoo. Kojo teased, wrestling Senjo's hair. Senjiro blushed and with a bashful smile. Sorry, Oni-chan, I didn't mean to, but you were right. What you said about Yin-chan. You perked up at this. Oh, and what exactly did Oni-chan say about me? You curiously queried, eager to know what Kojo has been telling Senjiro behind your back. That you were kind and pretty like 1,000 wisteria trees, Senjiro replied. You blushed slightly before glancing over at your fiancé, raising a questionable brow. Seriously? 1,000 wisteria trees? Kojo gave you a sheepish look while playfully rolling his eyes. Well, to me you are, he says. You sighed, then laughed. Your big brother is a hopeless romantic, Senjiro. A big sack of cheese, you say. Your unusual comment made the flame-haired boy laugh, for he never heard that phrase before. Well, I'm most certainly a proud sack of cheese, Kojo boasted commodity, and that makes you my lovely cracker, he added. Oh, you didn't just call me flat, dry piece of baked bread, you replied, making a pouty face. Yes, and together we're delicious, Kojo exclaims with passion, his eyes comedically twinkling like stars. His dumb remark made you blush in embarrassment as you growled before clenching a fist. You're an idiot if you think for a second you're calling me a relationship treat, cheese and crackers. Cheese and crackers, the perfect combination of deliciousness. You're in denial. We're not cheese and crackers. Oh my, Kojo exclaimed cheerfully. Shut up. Senjiro giggled, seeing you two bicker playfully. The two of you were so perfect together. There was no doubt in his mind that the two of you were made for each other. Never in his life had he seen his big brother so smitten. As he watched you two interact, he couldn't help but feel a warmth in his heart at a sign of such genuine happiness. It was clear to him that you brought out the best in his brother, and he was grateful to have you in his family. Kojo was truly in love. Senjo then looked towards the window only to catch a glimpse of a tall shadow figure peeking through the curtain. The younger Rengoku's expression soon turned wary as he then glanced towards Kojo. Oni-chan? Both Kojo and you immediately stopped your playful bickering as the flame Hashira looked at his younger brother. What is it, Senjiro? He questioned. Aren't you going to introduce Yin-chan to Otsu-san? Otoo-san, the younger Rengoku asked nervously. Your eyes widened slightly at the realization that you had completely forgotten about Rengoku's father, Shinjiro Rengoku. Although Kojiro had already debriefed you about his father, the idea of meeting him still managed to stir up a sense of, apprehensions within you. You were well aware that he had retorted to alcohol as a coping mechanism following the death of his wife and Kojiro's mother. Right? I think it's Ruka. Honestly, you couldn't help but feel a peg of sympathy for the elderly Rengoku. As if sensing your nervousness, Kojiro let out a soft sigh before casting a reassuring glance in your direction. There is no need to worry, my love. I'll be right beside you, he reassured you with a genuine smile. You followed closely behind Kojiro, holding his hand as you both entered the living room. You instantly glanced over the coffee table and were surprised to see a tall man resembling Kojiro laying on the floor. He had the same flame-colored hair like Kojiro and Senjiro, and wore a red kimono. Now you finally see where Kojiro gets his looks from. It seems that you were wrong about Kojiro's hair not being natural. Father, Kojiro says as he sits down on the floor in a sinza, and you followed suit, still clinging to his arm. The old man grumbled. I'd like you to meet Ian, my fiancé, and your future daughter-in-law. Kojiro replies, and you watch as the man slowly sat up, scratching his messy head of hair before turning to face you and Kojiro. You nearly gasp, seeing how identical his appearance looked compared to his son's. With the same fork-shaped eyebrows and gold and red eyes, it was truly remarkable how strong the family resemblance was, with every feature mirroring each other in such a striking manner. Senjiro slowly shifted his gaze towards you, his sharp half-lidded red and golden eyes locking with your eye-colored ones. As you met with his intense stare, you couldn't help but feel a shiver run down your spine, the upspoke tension between the two of you unbearable in the air. So, you're the girl who's going to be my daughter-in-law, the head of the Rengoku household asked. His baritone voice was rough but calm. There wasn't any hint of slurring in his words, implying that he must have not been drinking as of late, much to Kojiro's absolute delight. Prior to leaving, Kojiro had told his father that if he were to bring you home, he wanted Senjiro-sama to be sober and not to make a fool of himself or be disrespectful towards you. And after a few curses and angry grunts from the man, Senjiro eventually obliged. Yes, sir, it's a pleasure to finally meet you, you said, bowing in respect. I am Lin Yin, you introduced yourself. Rengoku Senjiro, he introduces himself in return. Kojiro has told me a lot about you, he says, looking you over. He had to admit, you are quite pretty. How did this knucklehead ever land a catch like you? You blushed, feeling a rush of warmth creeping up to your cheeks. He just asked. You stammered, trying to downplay the situation. Even though it wasn't a total lie, you couldn't help but feeling a bit flustered by the unexpected question. So I hear you're known as a Yokiana. Funny, since you don't look like a ghost, Senjiro says. Yes, I get that a lot. You got ice powers, right? Then show me. The man asked and slid a cup filled with what you assumed was sake towards you. You could feel the weight of his expression as he gazed at you, eagerly awaiting to demonstrate of your abilities. You briefly glanced at Kojiro, who only nodded his head at you. It's okay, my love. Feeling the ease, you calmly picked up the cup. You've frozen alcohol beverage before, like beer and wine, so sake was no exception. Your ice curse was definitely more powerful than any freezer inside a domesticated refrigerator. With a sense of determination, you focused on the hardness of the power within you, feeling the icy energy build up inside. All three of them watched in awe as you calmly blew on it. A sudden chill filled the air, causing frost to front on the surface of the liquid. Senjiro's eyes widened in amazement as he witnessed the manifestation of your unique gift. Once finished, you showed that the liquid in the cup was completely frozen into ice. Wow, that's amazing, Senjiro complimented. Well done, my love, Kojiro praises. Impressive. It's like some kind of ice-breathing technique. You know, if Kojiro were to train you, then perhaps you could become a Hashira of the Demon Slaying course. However, I advise you don't get involved, Senjiro tells you sternly. Though this remark wasn't meant to be taken seriously, your eyes couldn't help but widen. Never had you thought of becoming a demon slayer along with your lover. Was that even possible? You inwardly pondered and glanced at Kojiro. You noticed Now he had his fist tightly clenched onto his pants, as then you looked up to see him, frowning. Was he perhaps displeased? Can you cook? You almost didn't hear Sinjiro-sama, as you immediately snapped out of your thoughts. Yes, sir. Good to know. Sinjiro nodded and then glanced towards his son, looking straight into his eyes. Son, if you somehow screw this up, I'm disowning you and throwing you out into the streets. She's too good to pass up, so you better keep her, he says. Kojiro, in return, gave his father a serious yet passionate look. I will, Otua-sama. Sinjiro nodded again, then glanced back at you. Welcome to the family, daughter-in-law.